Hello, welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at my Great League Shadow Primeape with the legacy move of Rage Fist in the Willpower Cup. We're going to have some test battles here. Thanks so much for everyone who sent me some invites today here. And we're going to take a look at this Pokemon. We're going to take a look at a very interesting team here as well. And first opponent was already my worst battle that I did here today, but we're going to take a look at this one. We're going to take a look at the Willpower Cup. I already made a video about it yesterday with the top teams in the general meta. Only allowed here, if you didn't know, are Psychic, the Dark, and the Flying type Pokemon, which you see on the left side of you anyway in terms of the league icon for it. Otherwise, available for this week is going to be just the Open Ultra League. And so if you don't like this one, it is not really ideal for you most likely. But yeah, this cup is actually okay, I feel like. I think it has a lot of potential. Here, first battle, we got kind of hardwalled, to be fair, which is fine. But you saw me going into the Mandibus there. I didn't actually go into the Mandibus. I just forgot to click onto my Slowbro when I wanted to swap back into it. Because, of course, Slowbro is the one that can resist Charm. And I think I had a very decent shot of winning this battle if I didn't make this mistake of not swapping out into the correct Pokemon. In general, I didn't swap out at all. Like, the game just selected Mandibus for me then after 10 seconds. So that was my fault. Still, going to be a very close one here. But double Charm, double Shadow Charm, kind of cool. Again, there are a lot of good Charmers for this meta. We're very likely going to take a look at some of them here on this channel as well. This battle was a madness. This battle was madness. I really enjoyed this one. So let's take a look at this one here. We're going to see already why this Pokemon here, Primeape, is ridiculous. Especially as a Shadow variant. I feel like Shadow is kind of better for like something like those scenarios here, where the opponent has not really a lot of fast move pressure. But you're going to be able to do some super effective Rage Fist damage and just add up those, damage there, like those damage boosts there. We're going to see another attack boost coming up here. We see the opponent being already low enough that we can fully karate chop them down. And yes, we're going to be like one shield down, but we're also going to see the Annihilate coming in from the opponent. Now we know there's still a Ponyard left. There's an Annihilate left here as well. Annihilate, I kind of would like to have my Mandibus against. And so I swap out here, hoping they would swap out, and they do swap out. And that's perfect. And that's exactly what I want, because now I have some karate chops still for this Pokemon waiting. And look at this. Boost, immediately boost, attack arrows by 2 stages. Annoying, but it's not the end of the world, as we're going to be able to hit this move. If they would have shielded this move, we would have been in way more trouble, but it's going to be even funnier. Take a look at this one now. Night Surge coming through. Oh, at +4. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to complain about it, but I just find it hilarious here that the opponent gets a double boost. For the result of the battle, it did not matter at all. If they maybe used a shield against my Scald there, maybe it would have been a bit differently, but Scald definitely did do the job there to get them low enough. And now we're going to have Annihilate. I decided to no-shield the first one, because even if it's the close combat, which you saw here right now, it's not going to knock me, and it's going to drop the opponent's defense, and their only way of winning maybe if they would bait there. Next battle here going to be against my lovely girlfriend. And also, if you didn't know, we have a channel together already where we do a lot of videos together for Pokemon Go PvP. If you're interested in some live commentary, check that one out as well. I'm going to link it down in the description. Would really appreciate if you could go there, leave a like on the latest video, and maybe subscribe to her channel there as well. Would be really, really nice. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the battle here. We had a great lead already with Machamp, and we basically have the core breaker for her team here already in the Slowbro. She was just building this team very, very fast, because I was just looking for battles, and of course early in the morning not a lot of people are really awake or have time for battles, so that's really, really nice that she was able to help me out here. But we have the perfect core breaker, but still we want to maybe let the move go through here. It's going to be a Stone Edge knocking out our Slowbro, but now we're going to still have the Mandibus. We're going to see now the own Slowbro from her in the back, and we can at least still go ahead and go for some Rage Fist damage here, showcasing Rage Fist and how strong this move is. And as you're going to see as well, we can use a shield. She is going to use the move of Sludge Bomb, and we can just go for another Rage Fist, and this is going to be it. But also, of course, also for her channel, we're going to do some videos towards the Willpower Cup as well, so definitely stay tuned for that one. Subscribe to her channel as well. But here we're going to have the better fighter in the Shadow Primeape, and as you're going to see here, we're going to be able to win the battle. Next opponent, let's see who we're going to have here. We're going to have Slowbro against the Mandibus. Horrible lead for us, but how are we going to retaliate here? We're going to stay in for a little bit. We're going to be able to, get a little bit of energy up. And now we decide to swap out into the Primeape, trying to catch move. Did not work out at all. But I can let one move go through. One Aerial Ace should not be enough to knock us out. And they decide to swap out into the Skunk Tank. I make a mistake here. I would have been able to get to the close combat, just one-shotting them most likely. but I misclicked, and also was a bit of lag to be fair, but I don't really want to complain too much about it. And so we're going to be now ending up in a position where we have to go into our slope row, and we have to hit that scald, and we're not really in the greatest spot there. If we had close combat there, we would have been in such a great spot, like literally in one of the best spots I could have been. But no, we are going to be forced to use a shield, and we are going to be forced to shield up a crunch. We don't get the debuff, which is very nice for us. 30% chance we're gonna get the mana bus out, but we have the air slash variant of mana bus. And again, as said already in the top team video, you really want to have air slash on mana bus for this meta. While people suggest something different, it is definitely the better one to use, as there are a lot of dark types around, and now it's going to be resisted a lot of times. It's literally resisted against anything that's not a psychic type Pokemon. And so what we're gonna see here, we're gonna have the opponent running Ice Fang on their Drapion. And I think this is a very smart play, and I like this play quite a bit, because there are quite a lot of Pokemon that are weak to Ice in this current meta, or that are weak to Drapion in this current meta. And so I think that's a very, very cool play by the opponent. I always love when people are creative with those kind of things, so shouts to you. This is going to be very likely a loss for me, but I'm so happy about it. I'm just happy about losing to something like this, because it's funny, and it makes sense, and it did work. So, like, yeah, that's totally happy for me. So the opponent's going to be able to go for a charge move. We don't have shields or anything like this. We're going to see here that the foul play is coming through. I still forfeit here. Sure, most I not done this, but yeah, I just want to speed up the process a little bit. Shouts to you. Well played. Next opponent is going to have a Claydol again. Swap out this time around into their Quillfish running Poison Sting. I said before already in the top team video that I feel like Poison Jab might be the better way to go for this Pokemon. Doesn't mean that Poison Sting is a wrong move. Don't get me wrong, Poison Sting has a lot of potential, especially in terms of energy generating. But there are a lot of Pokemon that are weak to Poison Jab, as for example here also Primeape would have been down already at this point. But as we'll see, we were able to hit a close combat, and now we have those Rage Fist coming through against the opponent's Claydol, making it a great matchup for me. And this battle, I think, was actually quite wild. We're gonna see it here soon as well. We're gonna see the shit coming up, and we're gonna try our best in going into our Mandibus. And here you have to know something at least about this matchup later on. Claydol, the preferred moveset for this meta, I'm very certain, is Scorching Sands, Mud Slap, and Ice Beam. Ice Beam, super effective against Mandibus. So we should use shields against the Claydol when they get to charge moves, because super effective damage can be a bit tricky. We don't get the fast move through here, which is really unfortunate, by the way. This can be very impactful, by the way, for the game. We see the crunch coming through, and I would have been able to knock them out at this point already if I got the free fast move in, which I should have got through, but the game is the game. And so, yeah, sadly, we're gonna be now in a spot where it's gonna be a bit tricky. By the way, the IVs of my Mandibus are worse than usual. The main reason is this Pokemon already had Air Slash and Foul Play, and I didn't want to use a TM to try to get foul play on my Dark Pulse variants, because I just don't have charge DMs, and I kind of have to be very, very careful on when I use them. And so here, this could have been a better IV variant as well, but for whatever reason I decided no shield here. Don't get me, I have no idea if this was an Ice Beam, we would have lost here already, but as you're gonna see, we're going to be able to win the battle. Very lucky for me, but we will move on. Next opponent, Rapidash. Rapidash in the lead is going to be great for us. We're going to have the poison type damage here in the lead with our Slowbro. Slowbro is very, very good in the current meta, and they swap out into the Mandibus. Yeah, grab some tea. Maybe what you could do actually at this time, where we see the Mandibus mirror. Just go ahead, leave a like on this video, subscribe, would really appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of good content coming up here as well for the new cup. There are a lot of cool Pokemon I kind of want to take a look at, so hopefully this is going to work out for me as well. But yeah, Ultra League is coming up as well, which I kind of am interested in. And I could see a scenario where we're going to see already new season news for the next season this weekend. Because we have, I think, the LAIC going on. And usually during those like big tournaments, Niantic releases also information towards the next season of Go Battle League. And it's only like then 2 weeks away, which seems kind of fitting in terms of planning. And so hopefully we're gonna see some information there. And as you know from this channel, I usually make a lot of content towards this one because a lot of people are very interested, and it's going to happen again this time around as well. Usually I do like always one video a day towards the new season, and then until of course the new season starts, and then basically one normal video. So definitely stay tuned for this one. Going to be an interesting thing here. We had some lag where we didn't get the move off here straight away against the Rapidash. This can be a bit tricky. There's a team that I want to play with Rapidash as well, and Morpeko I think it is, which is a bit annoying because I kind of also just want to make a video about Morpeko, but it is what it is. But Wild Charge Rapidash has a little bit of play here in the meta as well. can be a bit tricky as well, because Mega Horn makes a lot of sense for this Pokemon to hit Pokemon, especially like something like the Claydol for super effective damage. So Mega Horn I could see a little bit more even, to be fair, for the current meta. But here we're gonna see a Rage Fist Primeape against Rage Fist Shadow Primeape. Our one has one shield advantage, so and this is going to be the most important thing here, but also we're going to be able to win the CMP tie, knock them out, and win this battle, because the opponent has nothing really to do against me anymore. They can still go for a charge move, but I can use a shield and I'll just guarantee a win here. So good game to the opponent. We can move on to the second to last battle for today, which is going to be a battle with Slowbro against a Hisuian Quillfish. This is going to be interesting, as you're gonna see here the opponent going to be able to just go ahead and I can go for the Rage Fist there. I decide to use a shield. I don't know if I'm gonna play this perfectly fine as well. It's a sad matchup, because with this kind of scenario you're always going to lose, but again you also would lose if they have Poison Jab, because Poison Jab just does way more damage. But here we are actually maybe going to be able to win this in the 2 shields. What we see here as well is that I boost myself up with those Rage Fists, and it kind of looks like that we would be able to fully farm them down. They go into the Skuntank, I can go for the bait, and I should be able to get both of my shields back. And the cool thing about Skuntank in the current meta is they usually always run Crunch and Trailblaze, allowing you to boost yourself up. And so I shouldn't really have to fear anything with my Mandibuzz. That's at least what I thought at this point. Turns out I was absolutely wrong about this, which you're gonna see here now as well. It is going to be a Flamethrower, and this is not ideal. And so yeah, they're going to be able to definitely reach another one afterwards as well. And just have to hope that I'm going to be able to fully farm them down after this Aerial Ace, but I am definitely not sure about this. Great fast move timing by the opponent here. Going for one fast move against my 3-turn fast move is very important again. Fast move timing is super important in the Go Battle League. I'm forced to go for a charge move here against the opponent as well. This is going to allow us to get the KO, and we can swap out now. Or we tried to swap out, but the game was lagging, and we're gonna have now the Slowbro against the Annihilate. That's okay. We have to kind of try to catch a move here, I feel like. But what we will see as well is that the opponent is going to go for a Rage Fist, doing some solid damage, don't get me wrong, but we also double resist counter, so it's not too bad yet, at least. We're going to be able to go for a Scald. This Scald is going to come through here, and we're going to swap out and catch the move onto our Primeape. And this is insanely important, because now we're going to be able to go for the full farm run against the opponent, and we are going to be able to also now go for the Brutal Swing against the Quillfish, winning us this battle in the last second with a 1 HP and a Slowbro. Next one, we're going to see here the Umbreon. Umbreon is going to be a Pokemon that is going to be great for our back line, not so much for our lead, but we can swap out straight away into our Primeape. And in this point, I should be able to align myself. I should be able to just go for the double close combat and knock them out. But what we will see is, of course, I use a shield. I could have used no shield and just get the shield advantage. That would also make a lot of sense. But we will see here the close combat coming through. This is going to be able to connect and does some solid damage. I can overfarm by a bit, go for another close combat, try to force a shield against the opponent, and it is going to work out, but I'm going to have to try my best to get to another move afterwards as well. And so I think at this point I can go for the Rage Fist spam, can I not? Like, I can just go for the Rage Fist, and I think a Rage Fist is going to be enough to knock them out, making this a very solid matchup and allowing me to realign. They decided to use a shield though, and I was like, maybe they would be able to get to another move. I'm thinking I would be able to, get to my move before them. So that was a little bit of an issue, but we will see the foul play coming through, not doing enough to knock us out yet. We can go for a Scald, hoping for that debuff. In the main series games, hoping for the burn. Scald was actually one of the best moves in the main series games for a long time, and then they basically got rid of it for 99% of the Pokemon that were able to learn it, which is most likely for the better. But yeah, Scald was actually always a very, very strong move. Nowadays, it's also not as great in Pokemon Go PvP anymore because it was too strong, so it's kind of funny that they have like similar histories towards that. But anyway, we're gonna see the last result Umbreon here against us. We need to still go for an Aerial Ace anyway. We're not gonna be able to fully farm them down. I don't think that's going to put them into a range where we can knock them out straight away either. I did not hit all the bubbles, but it doesn't matter because I would have not died anyway. And like this, I can at least get a little bit more farm still. We're gonna go ahead and go for that big last resort, and I can go for the full farm number. It depends on what they have in the back. It's going to be, I think it was a ghost. No, what was it? It is? Oh, Rapidash. What's up, Rapidash? I just had to go for the Aerial Ace. Doesn't make sense. Foul play is neutral. Foul play does more damage, and I think maybe 2 foul plays would have been enough to knock them out. For sure would have been enough to knock them out. And so I make a big mistake here by stopping out of this one, and yeah, basically I screwed this battle up for myself. I would have been able to win this battle very likely if I just would have been able to just go for the foul play there instead of the aerial ace, and I would have been able to win this one, but this is my mistake. And so this team I think is really, really nice. I think it's going to be worth it. Good games to the opponents. Thanks so much for everyone who battled me there as well. If you want to battle me for those videos as well, follow me on Twitter, and we'll see you then.